How's it going, fam? It's Erica with Not Your Average EDC, and today we are going to sharpen this REX45 Native 5 lightweight that has been reground. Very thin. We are going to do a full sharpening. I don't know why, but for some reason this knife has needed more attention than I am used to from REX45, and I'm not sure if it's because it's so thin. It may be because I've been kind of hard using it. Not really sure. So we're going to do a sharpening video today. I have a 600 grit DMT stone here. So this is a diamond stone. And then we have our 1200 DMT stone. So this will be our honing stone. And then we will just go to our basswood strop, which is loaded with 2 micron and 0.5 micron compound. And you can get all of these supplies that you see here from sharpeningsupplies.com. I have no affiliation with them. I am not sponsored by them. They did not send me this stuff. I paid full price like a year ago or something for all of this stuff. I just use their website because they have really great prices and a huge selection of stuff. Super fast shipping. I've always had good experience with them. So sharpeningsupplies.com, you can get everything that you see here aside from the strop. This was sent to me from Anthony, the guy who actually did this mod and regrind. So, I did spray this down with some water here. This water has just a little bit of Dr. Bronner's peppermint soap in it, like just a little bit. I have found that if I spray my DMT stones with some soapy water, the metal particles seem to pick up faster, and I just get like a cleaner sharpening experience. You do not have to use soapy water. You don't even have to use water. I've just found that if I let a little bit of water soak into the top of this for like 30 seconds, I just get a cleaner, less friction sharpening experience, which is really nice. So yeah, let's just hop right into this. I put the water on here like a minute ago, so we're good to go. We're just gonna start sharpening. I do know that this edge is 15 degrees per side already from what Anthony told me, so I already know kind of where to hold my angle. If you don't know where to hold your angle, just mark the edge with a Sharpie. There are thousands of videos way better than mine on that whole thing, but yeah, this isn't gonna really be like a how-to sharpen. This is just gonna be recording the sharpening experience with this REX45 for testing purposes. I think that's very important. So we are going to have to go real shallow because we're at 15 degrees per side. And I'm just going to start raising a burr. And it shouldn't take too long with this 600 grit, especially because it's a diamond stone. So this is kind of, this stone is like really good for these types of very hard super steels. I can already feel a little baby burr starting up, so that's great. Also, my heater just kicked on, so sorry for that loud noise if you guys hear it. And I don't know if you noticed, but I kind of use this hand, like just my index finger to kind of guide the blade. This hand is like completely locked in. I'm not moving my wrist around or anything. I literally lock the knife in and I just move my arm up and down as opposed to my wrist. You will convex your edge if you start moving your wrist. You want this to be completely locked in. Like imagine yourself as a machine. That's what helps me. Like literally just, you want it to be very robot-like. No movement, no flexibility, otherwise you will convex. So I'm kind of like lifting up my elbow as opposed to moving my wrist. Nice. So we have a full burr already formed. It's not as strong as I would like at the tip, so I'm just going to focus on the tip a little bit, which makes sense. I've been using the last, I don't know, probably 3/4 of an inch to an inch of the blade the most. I've been doing a lot of like chopping and push cuts with this very front part here. So I'm just going to put this back on the stone and pay a little extra attention to this front area, and then blend it all, and then we should be able to switch over. Okay, so that feels good. Now I'm going to blend it all, and we should be good to flip over. Okay. So I'm going to quickly wipe the metal particles off of my stone real quick. You can see that we were removing material. That's good. That's what we want. And I'm just going to respray it for the other side. Let that sit there for a few seconds. But yeah, how are you guys doing today? Let me know down in the comments. What are you carrying? How have you been? What's new in life? You guys know these sharpening videos are pretty relaxed. I really mostly like to read the comments about how you guys are doing, because there's not too much for me to talk about in these videos. But I do like to hear what you guys are up to, what you got planned for the weekend, what you're carrying, all that good jazz. Yeah, we're going to flip over to the other side now. As always, I am going to gently knock that burr off that we just created by actually doing a stropping motion. I do not want to break that burr off. I want to gently just remove it. So what I always do is I'll flip over to my other hand. We're actually going to do a swipe or two away from us, remove that burr, nice and easy, as opposed to breaking it off, and then we will apex. So just very gently with basically the weight of the blade. Just nice and easy. Because we don't want to blow out the edge. We want to gently create it. So, yeah. That burr is gone. That's great. Or mostly gone, I should say. Technically, it's not completely gone. But, yeah, we kind of knocked it off. So now we're going to lock in again on this side and do the same exact thing that we were just doing. I would move you guys over here so you could see this side, but I really have nowhere to put you because it's just the kitchen sink, so I apologize. Yeah, we're just doing the same exact thing that we just did. But yeah, question for you guys. What did you think about that Benchmade catalog? That was funny. It was literally like embarrassing to watch. I honestly felt bad because the prices are just so ridiculous. It's really a bummer. I was watching the SHOT Show coverage, and it's just like they are living in fantasy world. And here's the annoying part to me is I was watching the Blade HQ interview, I think, with that representative from Benchmade. I believe her name was Amy. Nothing against her personally. She seemed very kind. But if I hear one more time that they're going with a nature theme this year in terms of their colorway, I'm going to, like, my ears are going to start bleeding. Like, yes, we understand that you're doing a new colorway that's very connected with the Pacific Northwest nature. That does not mean that you can charge $200 for a baby pink bug out. or like a seafoam green bug out. $200? Are you out of your mind? That was just embarrassing. It's like they literally didn't give us anything good other than new colors and upped the prices like crazy. And then they were like, yeah, man, but like we're eating hummus out in the Pacific Northwest. We got our sage and our joints going and we're just connected with nature, bruh. So like buy this seafoam green bug out, dude. Peace, love, and happiness. Yeah, man. It's just like, what the fuck? Don't get me wrong, I'm kind of a hippie at heart too, but like, that was just stupid. That was just stupid. You cannot charge that much money. The $580 Chris Reeve Sebenza knockoff that they did in what, M390 with titanium scales? It's almost $600. That's hilarious. Their Magna Cuts coming in at $60 to $62 for an HRC. It's not even worth the money, bro. The whole catalog was sad. It's really sad because I have loved Benchmade for a very long time. One of my first, actually my first good knife was the Benchmade 707 sequel that I still have. When I got it when I was 16. And it's just sad to see that the company is getting trendy. I don't have as heavy of a burr that I want right here and also right here, so I'm just going to focus on those spots real quick while we're talking. Yeah, I don't know. I really want to like Benchmade because I think that they have a lot of potential, but they think that we are idiots. That's what frustrates me about them, is that they think we're stupid. And some of us are, because some of us are going to spend $300 and who knows how many dollars on a mini Adamas just because it has marble carbon fiber scales. What is it, $330 or something ridiculous? It sucks. It sucks because we can't afford those knives anymore. And I really like a lot of the Benchmade models. I really do. But they're not coming out with anything innovative. Like, when I'm saying I like the Benchmade models, I'm saying I like the Bug Out, the 940. I wish that they did a mini Redoubt. They gave us a mini Claymore, but, like, how many people are actually going to get that? Not too many. We wanted, like, a mini Redoubt. And, like, cool, new colors, that's great. I don't understand why you're upcharging 25 fucking %. Sorry for the swearing. I know some of you guys don't like that, but I'm just like, I have such a potty mouth. It's a really bad habit. Maybe I should start working on it. But also, fuck it. Alright, I'm gonna blend this all just like the other side. Then we'll go back and forth, see where we're at. Yeah, I don't know. That catalog was really frustrating to me. We really didn't get anything new. We just got new colors, and we're being charged way more, and I think that, that sucks. It really sucks. But let me know what you guys think of the catalog. There was only, like, I posted about it the other day. There was only, like, one person that disagreed with me, and they're like, if you don't like the prices, just don't buy it. Why are you so pissed off? It's like, because this is my passion. This is my hobby. I wish that it wasn't getting fucking destroyed. That's why it's frustrating. Because I really like a lot of the Benchmade models, and I wish that I could use them, test them, promote them more on the channel. And they're making it impossible for us. And you know what else happens? Is that right there is the reason why everyone's going to buy Chinese knives, because those are affordable and Yet again, another American company is making shit that we can't fucking afford. It's really too bad. It's really, really too bad. So then it just gives that Chinese market all the more privilege to outdo us yet again. And it sucks. We're going to wipe off our metal particles here and then go back and forth and really bring in that apex. Yeah, I don't know. It was just frustrating. That's why I'm really turning to Team Spyderco at this point, because I watched numerous interviews from SHOT Show with Eric from Spyderco, and he just really drove home that they are trying to keep their prices the same, give us the best production heat treats that we can get, and Spyderco respects us as consumers, and they're trying to really not inflate those prices or bring them down. They redid the military or whatever and brought it down. What was it, $60? Gave us updated pocket clip, updated locking mechanism, trying to give us stuff that we can actually afford and use. That's what I like. I used to hate Spyderco. I really did for a long time, and I'm so glad that you guys pushed me to try them again, because now that's all I can afford. I can't afford Benchmades anymore. It's really too bad. Okay, so now we have a burr on this side, so I'm going to yet again do like a few stropping motions, knock that off so that we can go back and forth, okay? Yeah, Spyderco is really doing everything right lately, in my opinion. They're trying really hard to be logical, reasonable, and keep us buying their products, you know? Benchmade just isn't... Benchmade fucking sucks at this point. Alright, let's go back and forth. Also, did anyone watch that Nick Shabazz video on the NAFS lander? That was honestly impressive. I was pretty shocked that he was that honest about that knife. First of all, the NAFS lander is hilarious. That's hilarious. Like, good idea, sort of, but talk about cutting corners. Talk about, creating a knife as cheap as you can make, basically. Yeah. That's kind of a sad one. I was, really surprised that Nick was that honest. That was, honestly, like, props to him for giving us the truth there. I feel like because Ben is such a nice guy, people are afraid, or like they almost feel bad to be like, hey, this is kind of funny. And finally somebody said something, you know? I really liked that video. It was nice to see some truth for once. And Ben seems like a nice guy. Don't get me wrong. Like I don't know him. I can't necessarily say anything. I get a weird vibe a little bit. You know, some people have like that personality that's just like so nice that it sucks you in. And then it's like, okay, you are a nice guy, but like this product is kind of a piece of garbage and like it shouldn't have come out yet. Especially if all of the selling points of it are not even dialed in yet, so everyone spent their money, you still can't run the program correctly, and the screws that it comes with are complete garbage, so you can't actually do the scale swap with every knife because the screws just strip out because they're complete shit, you know? I feel like that should have been taken care of before it was released, but yeah, that video was interesting. I am so sorry, my phone keeps going off, guys. I always forget to put it on silent, every time. And it's just going off all the time. Everybody wants to chat. Alright. So right now, I'm just feeling to see if we have any burr left anywhere. We did quite a few back and forth motions. I did not count. I never count. I feel like it just depends on the situation. I'm not really feeling anything. Not feeling any burr or anything like that. Let's see how we're looking on paper. Because I haven't really been paying attention. I've literally been sucked into the conversation. So this might be a complete doozy. I might just be like talking shit this whole video and the sharpening doesn't even the sharpening doesn't even give you guys anything. That'd be hilarious. I haven't even been paying attention. All right, let's see here. I have like minimal space in this little cubby corner. Okay, I guess we did something right. For once in my life, I did something right. Yeah, no, that's fine. I'm just gonna try one more time. I'm gonna move you guys just a little bit for a second so I can actually like have some room here. I just want to make sure there's no hang-ups or anything because like I said, I wasn't even like looking at the stone half the time. I was like looking in the camera and just not paying attention. Don't do that. Don't follow my lead. Just make sure no hang-ups. Oh, might just have one little something right up here, which would make sense because that's where I was using it the most, but let's try again. No, maybe not. I think that was just user error. Yeah, we're totally fine. We're totally fine. We're good to go. So, that was 600 grit. Now we're gonna just hone that in a little bit on the 1200. Let me pick up this paper. Okay. All right. Get with it, Erica. Let's pay attention here. Ugh. All right. See, that's the thing about being Italian, I swear to God. You get sucked into conversation and you get all amped up every time, no matter what it's about. You get so invested. That's why I'm so sensitive. I swear. It's because I'm Italian. It's just a thing. We're greasy, obnoxious, loud, and sensitive. Thanks, Mom, if you're watching this. I don't know if you guys knew that. My mom's family is like pure freaking Italian, like right off the ship from Sicily. Chiricello. That's the last name, Chiricello. You guys would not believe if you ever saw what my mom looked like. She's literally so dark. Brown eyes, brown hair, almost black. And her skin is literally so freaking dark. You would not even realize that we're related. I get dark in the summer, but I'm pasty right now because it's winter time. Alright, so we've got our 1200 grit stone here. Let's hone this in a little bit. I'm not going to, like, work on one side, raise a burr, work on the other. I'm just going to actually do some light passes back and forth and just kind of dial that edge in a little bit. And then we're going to go to the strop. Because with REX45, I like that it's toothy. So I really like to kind of keep the characteristics of what we built from this 600 grit edge. I think that across the board, for any steel, any knife, anything, if I could recommend one stone, one, like, do-it-all grit, it would be a 600 grit DMT. End of story. I've said that a million times, but I just feel that this is the best stone to get, like, a really nice, sharp working edge. And if you can't afford anything else and you don't have time or something, this is all you need, seriously, is a 600 grit DMT stone, end of story. So, especially with my tool steels, I really like to keep them toothy. So we're just going to kind of gently hone the edge that we already have. I don't want to remove that grit. And then we'll do a little bit of stropping. Yeah, nice and soapy. Good, good. Do some nice light honing passes. All right, what else can we talk about while we're doing this? We talk some shit. Let's bring some positivity into the conversation just because I talk shit about Benchmade for a little bit. Channels that you should be following and watching as of late. Go watch Junkyard Fox, please. Go watch Evergreen EDC. He's the guy that I sent some stuff over to. He's really trying to get into like knife testing and knife reviewing. Really good guy. His name's Jake. Go watch his channel, please. Everyone that I mention is going to have a channel 10 times better than mine, so seriously, just like, if anything, unsubscribe to me and go subscribe to them, because my channel's garbage. Go watch, who else? Bumblebee EDC. Cedric and Ada. Gotta love Pete. You know who I just discovered recently? What's his name? Duty's Daggers or something? Duty's something? I forget his name. I literally just found him yesterday, and he actually uses his knives, which is cool. And then he does reviews. He seems like he's just getting started. It's Duty as in, like, D-O-O-D-Y. It's his last name, and also the name of his channel. He seems cool. He seems really cool. So go watch him. I really like him. If you like to just listen to somebody talk about knives and not really do anything other than talk, like, this is going to sound kind of bitchy, but I swear I'm going in a positive direction. If you want to just listen to somebody talk about knives and gear, go watch Alaskan Frontier 1, I think it is. He doesn't really do much other than talk and, like, show knives in his truck, but, like, good conversation pieces, I guess. I really don't agree with too much that he says, I'll be honest. But I like kind of watching that stuff at times because it gives me a different perspective of other people, and that's what I love, is to, like, hear other perspectives. If they are presented in a manner that I can handle. Like I said, I'm sensitive. So if you're a dick to me, I'm not going to listen to you. But if you're just chill, I'll listen, even if I don't agree. So that Alaskan Frontier guy, I really don't agree with a ton of stuff that he says at all. But I do like just listening to what he has to say. And I converse with him in the comments too, you know? He seems alright. Alright, let's see where we are now. It's sounding twangy. Doesn't feel like we have anything that we shouldn't, except for maybe right there. Let me just, we don't want to start walking that burr back and forth. That is the last thing I want. That drives me nutty. That's why I like to use this fine grit honing stone, because you can kind of just gently refine as opposed to walking it back and forth. I think that feels better. Let's see where we're at on paper, and then we'll strop. This is becoming a long video. Sorry, guys. Probably split it into two. Let's see. We will cut up our sharpeningsupplies.com magazine. Yeah, so, like, that's plenty sharp for me. Probably not perfect, but, you know, as long as it's sharp, that's what I'm happy about. I wonder if it's sharp enough to do some little squigglies for you guys. I don't know if it is, but we'll see. And if not, it's just an embarrassment. A lesson. Yeah, it's sharp enough to do squiggles. Surfing USA, if I can get... Oh, I got the... Damn it. I always do that. I always get my paper wet. Because you guys are on, like, a dish towel that I dry my dishes on, and then I put the paper on it, it gets damp. But I think that's... What do you guys think? Is that decent enough? Come on. Come on. Oh, no. I fucked that one up. Yeah. I think we're alright. That's the folded part that I just cut through. Yeah, let's strop this up a little bit and see how that does. Yeah. I wonder if it'll shave. We'll see if it'll shave yet. Dead skin. Nice. And some hairs. Okay, yeah, it's definitely shaving hairs, so that's good. We have like a decent ew, I always hate when the dead skin comes off with it too, but we got a chunk of hair. Cool. Let's strop it up and yeah, let's see what happens after we strop it. I have been really using this REX45 quite a bit. Like, beating it up. The poor thing. Okay. So, we have our little strop here. I usually just hold it in my hand. I haven't really found a way to put this down and use it. Like, it's just not high enough, so I actually just hold it in my hand. And we're just going to go back and forth. Again, I'm not going to, like, do 10, 10, 5, 5, 4, 4, blah, blah, blah. We're just going to do some back and forth swipes. But I will probably switch hands because I'm a weirdo like that. And switch. Here comes Erica's OCD. Gotta get both sides of the strop used. And use both hands. Is anyone else like that? Or is it just me? Because I literally, like, it would have killed me right now to only use that side of the strop. Okay, and then we're going to flip over and do the 5. I don't want to contaminate, so I'm just going to wipe this off real quick. I am so sorry this is so long. If you guys are even still here. You don't deserve it. Okay. Do our 5. A couple swipes here. Ooh. I just heard like a little crunch. I think I had something on the strop. That didn't sound good. Probably like a speck of food from my fat ass. I was just eating, what was I eating? One of those honey stinger waffle things. They're so good. I don't know if you guys know what I'm talking about. They're like a little protein energy circle thing filled with like honey, and they're so good. Do a couple swipes with the other hand just to be weird. The reason I'm using the basswood is because I found that my strops were too supple to move anything with REX45. That's why this was sent to me. I just did not have anything strong enough to work with this hard of a steel. So Anthony did have to send me this to strop the REX45. Alright. Let's see what we look like. Final results. Almost 40 minutes. Oh my god. If you're still here, thank you. Let me grab a piece of paper to check this edge with. Alright. Let's see here. Hopefully we're all done with this after 40 minutes. Yeah, that's fine. That is good to go. Nice and sharp. You guys might be able to hear it. Let me try to put it in the microphone. Really crispy. Really, really crispy edge. Like, very bitey. I don't know if the camera will focus. And obviously we have a little tiny bevel because this is reground. So 15 degrees per side. It's a very small sized bevel. But super slicey. I mean, this thing moves through material like crazy. Yeah. I'm happy with that. Cool beans. Whoops. Yeah, so if you have REX45 and you're just looking for an easy way to sharpen, you can always just go with the diamond stones, you know, 600 grit, 1200 grit, and then a strop. Like I said, I have found that I can't use a normal strop to work with this steel. I needed something pretty hard. So the basswood with compound on it is what works for me. But yeah, a 600 grit DMT stone is really going to be your best friend. In the beginning of the video, you know, we did test the edge after we had used just this, and that was a fine, workable edge. You know, like, all of this other stuff wasn't, like, a necessity. That was just refining it. But if I could guide you toward a one-and-done stone, it would just be this red 600 grit, fine DMT stone. That's it. That's all you need if you're on a budget. I'm serious. This is a fantastic stone. It will give you a nice, sharp, working edge. You really don't need anything else than that. It was extremely bitey after we sharpened on that stone. And I feel that, like, yeah, it's moving through the paper a little more cleanly now. But do you need a knife this sharp? I don't think so. For everyday stuff, I don't think so. Like, if we're being realistic, I don't think that you need your REX45 to be doing squiggles through a paper like this. You know? I don't want people to think that they have to get to this level of sharpness to matter. This is cool and all, but it's not a necessity. So, yeah, there you go, guys. I hope that you learned something. Thanks for sticking along. That is a full sharpening of REX45 for you. Thanks for watching. Take care. Go use your shit. Learn how to sharpen your knives. And I will see you on the next video. I love you guys so much. Take care. Blew you a kiss.